Now the last competitor in the vault, Nadie Comaneci of Romania, the leader in the all-around competition in the vault event with a 9.9.
Handspring front with a full twist. Beautiful landing once again. The loss of weight really shows here. She has the timing back, and she has that strength that's so important here.
Point out right now that the scores carry over in each of the events from the all-around competition. So Nadie was the leader, and here again we look in slow motion at a near-perfect vault, Kathy.
Well, her angle going into the horse was low enough so that she could get a maximum push off the horse. You could see her body right over the horse as her hands leave the apparatus. Just the right timing for a great landing.
The scores from the two vaults added together, she received a 9.95 on that one. Now here was Nadie as she got ready for her second and final vault.
Al, she didn't do quite as well on this. It was a handspring front, but she was a little late opening up. It meant she held the tuck a bit too long and had to step right at the end there.
Just a little break at the end, but I think at this point she knew she had it wrapped up in this event. As Nadie walked away, the crowd saluted her. Her score was a 9.80, and she picked up the gold medal in the vault. So she won the gold in the all-around, the gold in the vault, her second of the competition. In this event, Maxi Ganauk of East Germany finished second. Natalia Shaposhnikova of Russia was third. Seeking her third. She leads in this event.
And she goes through this bar routine with the same ease as she did in ski in Norway when she was in her first European Championships. Watch this move, a brand new move for Nadie. Free hip, immediately front flip grab. Whoa! You can see that she was too close to the bar, hit that ankle, and very critical move. A dangerous move, as are a lot of the moves in gymnastics now. Timing is so important. Free hip.
Her first big mistake of the meet. She had a 9.9 in the overall round in the asymmetrical bars.
That was another new move that she just did, a heck with a half twist. You can see that she's working very easily, but that big fall is a 5/10 reduction.
So at best, she'll get a 9.5. Nadie is showing a remarkable degree of poise, nonetheless, after the fall, getting right back up, continuing on, and it looked to be outside of the one break, a near-perfect routine. We'll see it again in slow motion now, Kathy.
Well, going from her mount, Nadie started her front flip right after this flange, and it looked she was directly over the bar, and if she could have waited a split second longer, she wouldn't have hit her foot, and she would have been able to grab that bar.
Crashed hard to the mat, but got up the way only a gymnast knows how. I think we get a better angle here.
Well, her hips should have been slightly behind the bar. Her leg hit so hard, it bounced her body backward, and her hands were completely out of reach at this point.
So Nadie Comaneci winds up with a 9.45 from the judges. That tells you, were it not for the fall to the mat, her score would have been a near-perfect 9.95. However, Nadia's chances for a third gold medal are almost nil at this point after the one break in the uneven bars here. Up next on the uneven bars, Elena Mukina, and of course with the fall by Nadie in this event, now Elena would be in the driver's seat because she was second coming in, scored a 9.85 in the first round in the uneven bars.
She had a great exercise in the all-around competition. She does a couple of original moves, and that's what the judges are looking for, especially in this competition, the finals.
Elena Mukina, 19-year-old Russian, the world champion overall in Strasbourg in December.
Starts out with a front semi-mount. Now here's one of those moves. You saw Olga Korbut do it first in Munich. This is a full twisting Korbut. Beautiful. Look at the swing that she gets from that. Full twisting stomach whip. And then she goes into a move that is a handstand. Heck back. Beautiful exercise.
I would think she'd be impossible to beat in this event after that.
Here's that full twisting Korbut, and she gets a great deal of speed. It's very easy to miss your hands on that if the timing is not just right.
There she is, the all-around world champion, Elena Mukina of the Soviet Union, responding to the continued ovation from the crowd here in Copenhagen. The score for Elena Mukina, 9.85, and a lot of folks in the crowd are disappointed at that. Emilia Eberle of Romania, who was fourth after the first round in the uneven bars. Her score was a 9.75 in the overall round.
She has a very spectacular move in the middle of her exercise. Right after this, watch. Free hip handstand. Another Stalter. Another free hip. Watch this right here. Vault over the high bar. Takes an incredible amount of arm strength to get all the way over that top bar like that. Beautiful body position. Technique is very good. There's a little variation. Judges are looking for that originality, and she certainly has it. Getting ready for a dismount. And a Comaneci with a half twist. Beautiful.
I love that routine, Kathy, by Emilia Eberle, especially that variation, the originality that she exhibited in the middle of it. Here it is.
Well, it is really interesting. She does a handstand right there, goes right up to a handstand, straddles, misses that high bar, right into a glide kick. Great form, good technique. Something the judges are looking for. Goes right into that dismount that Nadie made so famous. It's called a Comaneci. It's front pike. So she goes right up to a handstand, into a pike position, holds on to that bar, leads off with her feet, good half twist in the middle of it, and a perfect landing.
And the score, 9.9, moving her in the overall round. So she would need a near-perfect 9.95 to win this event, which is led currently by Mukina of the Soviet Union.
Al, she could do it on this event. She may look thin and frail almost, but this is her most spectacular event. She's strong as an ox, and you'll see this on her mount. One half twist, free hip handstand. Watch this, a giant swing right into a whip all the way to a handstand. Beautiful. Another Stalter. Stomach quick vault over the bar. Moving really well now.
Remember, she needs a 9.95. She looks like she might be on her way so far.
Straight body, good technique. Here's another free hip right into her dismount. Front flip with a half twist. Not bad. Excellent routine.
What you said at the outset, Kathy, is so pertinent. She's so frail looking, yet obviously so strong, as we see in slow motion.
Here she goes up to a handstand. Beautiful position, right on top. You can see the body is in complete straight line. Half twist. Really uses that bar.
And for Maxi Ganauka, 9.80. So she will wind up third.
Great flexibility, and she really knows how to control that flexibility.
And as you say, a very unique routine, and I'm sure the judges must be impressed by originality.
Oh, they certainly are, especially in a finals, in a final competition. She's under great control right now. She used to have a lot of problem flip-flop layout. She didn't have the control that she now has, mainly because the balance beam routine that she did was brand new. Now she's been doing it for a while, and like I said, has tremendous control. Aerial walkover. Just a slight break there, not anything the judges would take too much off for. Seems very confident. Getting ready for a big move, big dismount. She does a round off, lands with both feet on the beam to a double back. Excellent. She may get that 9-9 again.
Natalia Shaposhnikova, that slight break at the end, but otherwise just a marvelous performance, and I love that smile. What an ovation. Shaposhnikova being congratulated right now by Lyudmila Tereshcheva, the former Russian gymnast, and now one of the team coaches as she comes back up on the platform again. Natalia Shaposhnikova scoring a 9.95. The first time she mounted the beam in the overall round, and her score may equal or even surpass that here, but it just falls a little shy, as you can see, 9.90. Nonetheless, a super routine for Shaposhnikova, Kathy.
This is really an incredible mount. Her head and shoulders counterbalance her hips and legs. Right here. She leans forward over the front of the beam. Of course, this takes overall body strength. They're showing flexibility. Now, on this roll on her back, it's important that she rolls on the small part of her back to keep the balance. It's great form. Now, watch this one-arm handstand once again. Great balance. She not only leans, but she counterbalances with her hand and her legs. Just beautiful.
And with this routine, she really puts the pressure on Comaneci. Nadie would need a 10 to win the event. We'll see her next. And now problems with her beam routine. 2 breaks here. We'll see both in slow motion, Kathy.
Well, on tumbling moves, if your balance isn't on in the first part of the combination, chances are the second part will be off balance as well. She leaned slightly to the right there on the first back walkover. Now, just the opposite thing happened here. She started out pretty straight. Right there. Started in for her first back handspring and probably leaned slightly to the left, which caused her to be way off balance on the second back handspring. You can see right there. She did very well, though. She stayed on that beam, which is a lot less points taken off than the 5/10 if she were to fall.
You're right. She displayed amazing balance, just staying aboard that time. Her score, however, only a 9.35 for Nadie, as she is consoled there by the wife of the Romanian coach, Bella Caroli. So Nadie Comaneci with gold medals in the overall and in the vault, with problems in the last 2 events. However, we'll find out about her teammate now as you look at Amelia Eberle from Romania.
She makes a quarter turn. She walks out right into an immediate back flip. Very nice. Right on.